Hello and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy 6. I have already recorded this episode, but in audio only because, like a jackass, I forgot to record the visual. So I am going to do this next bit very quickly so we can get a move on, because I've already done this once and it wasn't fun. So, if you go north of where we were last, you come across this little house here, and this fella who's hidden himself away here. So, this guy loves war and wants to build a Colosseum dedicated to it. So, yeah, interesting, nice, man. We'll be coming back here much later. Now, up here is a little secret. A checkpoint stable. And we're getting one of these bad boys. And it's a decent price as well. Normally chocobos to rent are 250 GP, but on this one, a mere 100. So, we need to go south. We arrived at Korlingen via the Figaro Castle, and we are going south down to Jidor. Yeah. So off camera, I've done quite a bit of grinding. I can't go to any now, but I got Sellers, Gao, and Edgar all to level 20, and I have now got who's in my team right now, which is Locke, Sabin, and Cyan to level 21ish, and I have unequipped everyone from that isn't in the party at the moment. So I've taken all their relics off and all their equipment, simply just to make life easier when doing these because I've no idea how long it's going to be before I see them again. So down here, the way south end of the northern continent is the Opera House. But if you go in there, they just say, "Oh, the Opera House is shut," which makes you wonder where you can go in. But yeah, so don't waste your time there. This is Jidor. So just hop off here. I can also quickly show you the team as well. So yeah, everyone's at 21 now. I've equipped everyone. The Fire Knuckle and Thief Knife I actually got from where we're going to be going after here. Like I said, I've already recorded it, so there. And anything additional to that I actually bought when I previously came here to Jidor. Only thing of notability at this place is that it's like a wealthy town, and that all the poor people have left. Don't know if you can read between the lines that and they've exiled, or if they just left their own accord, but yeah. And then up here, you got this big old mansion. This is Owl's house. And he's got all these pretty pictures that you can come and have a look at. Ah, some armor. A pretty lady, lovely lady. An ancient bucket. Some flowers. I believe these play a part in something later, but I can't remember what exactly. And our good friend Ultros. The man himself, Ultros. Ours isn't much to say, I think he just calls us Dork. Well, we look dorky. Yeah. Nice fella. And then on top of that, aside from get out of the way, we have the auction house, where you can get some pretty decent stuff, but not yet, because today's auction's over, and it will always be over until later in the game, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm all stocked up and ready to go with armor and everything. Oh yeah, something else of note is I've given Sabin 2 earrings. That is for continuity's sake, because he actually wears earrings. If you see in his profile picture, he's got the red earrings on. But it's also the fact that I did a little bit of research last night, and it turns out that Sabin and Edgar, quite a few of their skills actually revolve around their magic attack stat. And things like, I think this one's Aura Drop, and this one's Fire Dance. They both use the magic attack stat, so boosting his magic attack is super useful. Same goes for Edgar as well, because Edgar's, I think it's Flash and Bioblast, also based on his magic stat. I've also put them all in the back row, mainly because Cyan's dealing decent damage even with him back here. So I've got no need to put him up front. Sabin, again, is magic attack, so doesn't need to be in the front. And Locke's only really stealing anyway, so I don't need these guys up front. It means they take much less damage. Also, while off screen, I went back to the Veld with Celes, Edgar, and Gao, and I got him the Stray Cat rage ability because the move Cat Scratch does 4 times normal damage. So yeah, it's pretty decent. So I figured it probably useful to get that. And then obviously coming back there because I had to go the whole way around, so I had to go through South Figaro Cave and then to Mount Colts, through the Returners hideout, back down the Let River, and then eventually through the Phantom Forest, over Barren Falls, and then back onto the Veldt. And then to get from there, had to go through the Serpent Trench from, I've forgotten the name of the place now. Barren, no, I'm misremembering now, but yeah, we went through the Serpent Trench, and I took a slightly different route to what I took previously. And I actually found an underwater cave where I got myself a green beret, so that was kind of cool. Get rid of these guys. Yeah, the enemies on the Western continent like to inflict statuses. It's quite a few that do like zombie, poison, sleep. Now, quite irritating. So really, I should be equipping relic set, getting rid of those. But in this case, I believe nipping at the bud and getting rid of the enemies is far much better than preventing that. So welcome to Zozo, where we have tracked down Terra to, or where we believe Terra might be. Trying to think of other things I need to recap on. I've also changed the config from active to wait because I was getting seriously screwed over with so many battles where enemies were interacting whilst I was like waiting for Cyan's sword tech to fill up or inputting blitzes with Sabin. So, and I've also changed the message speed to 3 because I've got scan on Celes now, and the text was cycling far too fast for me to be able to keep up with it. Alright, so this is Zozo. If you speak to a particular person in Jidor, they say that everyone here lies. So with that in mind, you have to walk around the town and you'll speak to loads of people and they tell you the time. I don't know if... So the clock second hand is pointing at 30. So if we assume that everyone here lies, you can tell that that is a lie. If you speak to enough of the people here, you will eventually come to learn... Oh yeah, they also have very powerful magic, these guys. Very powerful magic indeed. I should have healed up. So this is what happens when you rush things, guys. So if everyone lies... Yeah, if you speak to enough people here, you find out that you can actually work out the time by process elimination. Why is there a picture of a choke there? No. I didn't heal up again. Yeah, alright, fine, whatever. Alright, sorry, luck. I'm good at this. There's a house at the top left of Zozo, which the clock is pointing to, but it only has one hand, and the guy says that it is the hour hand, and he says that it's always wrong. So if you assume he's lying, that means it's always right, and that it's actually the minute hand. So the minute's pointing at 2. So that'll mean... Oh, there's shops here. Are there shops here? I don't know what's going on. I didn't come here last time I was here. Oh yeah, these guys can be pretty scary. They have a move called Magnitude 8. And I don't like it. So, and if you spend enough time in this place, you'll eventually speak to enough people that will tell you, which again you can use through the process of elimination to work out which one isn't, what time is actually on the clock. This is totes a setup. Or it's not, and I shouldn't have taken that. Well, that's useful. So I believe, nice, the time on the clock is 6:20, and I can't remember what the seconds are. But we'll see. No, go back out. No? I thought this is where I... Okie dokie, I thought this was where you got to the clock to change the hands, but it appears I'm wrong. Who would have thunk it? Me wrong. Ah, thief knife. Yeah, these guys are a bit scary. But only when they're on their own. When they're with other enemies, like a harvester, they always seem to just do normal damage attacks. But, something I found out whilst doing my research last night was that there's a not necessarily an exploit. I don't know what you'd really call it, but with Sabin's blitz inputs, rather than having to do diagonal inputs. So, for example, Aura Bolt, I think, is down, left, left. You can actually just press the previous direction again. So for that, you would press down, left. Or if you wanted to do his fire dance, then you would, which is left, down, right, right. You could just do left, down, right. And that makes life so much easier rather than rolling my fat thumb around the joypad and the SNES mini controller. Excuse me. So I believe you'll see the guys I spoke to later. There's a big old queue of them. I believe 6 is the only time they didn't say. And like, obviously if they're all lying, then that's going to be about time. Clock's hands have stopped. Please reset the minute. I believe it was pointing at the 2. Oh, that's right. And someone said the seconds are divisible by 20. So it's either 10, 30, or... let's go 10. Right. This might take a few tries. Okay, there we go, I got it. Through my own means, complete own means, I did not choose any form of help at all. I definitely didn't Google it. Yeah. So, with the new method of using Sabin's Blitz makes life so much easier. Yes, I found a thief's glove in this place, which has changed Locke's steal up command to a chainsaw. That's good for Edgar. That's brilliant for Edgar, actually. Yeah, it's changed it to capture, which is weird, but it actually just means mug. So another thing I found out last night was that Ted Woolsey, can I do it on sign? Nope. Oh my god. Okay, hold on 1 second. My own fault. Yeah, so the translator of the game, Ted Woolsey, if that's how you say it. I can use it on the... fine, whatever. Ted Woolsey, the translator of the game, was only given a limited amount of time to be able to translate the game, which is why some of the translations are a bit off. For example, gabbledygook rather than gobbledygook, or capture rather than mug. Yeah. Right. Now we must ascend the tower. Up we go. I need to capture, try and get some... Just give me some more potions. That's the one con of my current team, is that they don't have anyone that's, you know, able to really withhold or take a beating via magic. So this is the place where you speak to all the guys. Time? It's 4 o'clock, so it's not 4 o'clock. Okay. But if you speak to... They just keep cycling. If you speak to different ones, they each say a different time. Like, oh yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Oh yeah, it's 5 o'clock. The time? Oh yeah, it's 6 o'clock. And, oh, jogging boots. Okie dokie. So yeah, those guys also steal a lot of money from you. I don't know if that's in response to you stealing from them though, because last time I stole from them, I got a pair of goggles, and they immediately stole 4,116 gold off me then. So yeah, that's interesting. You know what? And then there's a relic. Of course it's a relic. Yes, I also found this hero's ring. That's just pretty good in my opinion. Raises fight and magic damage. Every time. Because he has the gauntlet equipped. I'm honestly not sure what I would rather have. I'm just gonna keep this thing going. Yes, alright. No. Right. Upstairs. I am quite partial to the odd dragoon, but yeah. I've already been upstairs and looted it all, so I won't bother showing you that. Show you where I've been and what I've stolen. Look, here's an empty chest. Hop over. Don't trust the home kids. Right, let's try stealing from him. Yeah, Gogosuno's gonna steal. Yeah, 4,116 GP. So it seems like an immediate thing. That's interesting. Good to know. What do you gotta say? Well, I don't really need to speak to any of you anymore because I've got everything I need. Got that chainsaw. It's a shame I don't have Edgar with me because that would be quite neat to show off. I think the chainsaw's similar to the drill in that it negates damage. Negates defense even. Hey, Cyan's going purple. That's good. Alright, up here. Yeah, this place got a lot of stairs. So, you know, the slam dancer here really won't be an issue because she's got these guys with her, so she doesn't seem too bothered about using magic on us. Which is foolish. I already got potions, so... There we are. Anything good? Goggles! Yay! Yes, and when they steal your money, you do get the money back, thankfully. Otherwise, that would suck. I imagine the next move they would use would be something along the lines of escape, but that ain't happening, Buster. See, Sabin can dance too. In fact, him and Gao are quite partial to the occasional dance. Oh, barrier ring. Nice. That is a noisy rug. The position those harvesters are in looks really uncomfortable. That they're throwing a sack over their shoulder, got both feet pointed in either direction, holding a sickle whilst crouching. I mean, that's a good way to screw your back up, man. Aha! So this is where I got the fire knuckles for Sabby Boy. And that chap up there is Dadaluma. The reason I know that is because I play the Final Fantasy trading card game. And we were quite bemused by the fact that Dadaluma was included in the game. I didn't heal! God damn me. We were quite bemused by the fact that Dadaluma was included, but not Vargas or Duncan, given that they have a much more impactful story on Saturn. Alright, so we've got our... Oh, good thing I did that on him. So you can see he's, like, dealing 1,000 damage easy without having to go in the front row. It's really just... Jesus Christ. He healed himself 3 times and cast Protect. Oh, man. Cool, so we'll deal about K damage to him. Did I not select attack? An Aura Bolt negates. Wait, never mind. Yeah, another good thing about Aura Bolt is that it looks at magic defense, not another thief myth. Is that it looks at the magic defense, not the regular defense. Come on in. Oh, it's actually a decent weapon. I didn't do the last bit of the input for Fire Dance for Sabin. Oh well. I guess I'll just steal from you then. Fair enough, yes. Oh, so you can't hit an enemy that's vanished. What you can do is hit everything. And this game has a... Ah, come on. Has a glitch in it, which is called the Vanish Doom glitch. Which, if I'm not mistaken, means that Right, I should have got it this time. If I'm not mistaken, should mean that if something has vanished or made itself invisible, or if you made it invisible, and you cast Doom on it, it will always work. And that's a good way to grind out later game with some particularly hard enemies, but I don't know if I'm misremembering. Right, we're at the top of the building. I'm going to call it here, and next time, hopefully, we'll find Terra.